What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new series here on the channel. I do apologize for those of you who are watching the Soul Silver Starlock. As it ended abruptly, it was brought to my attention that during the most recent episode, episode 13, while fighting a Team Rocket trainer's Kyogre, Sasuke, our Lucario, perished due to his life orb. I didn't catch it because it was the last Pokemon they had. It killed him. And due to speed up, I legitimately did not notice that he fainted, therefore rendering the rest of the run invalid, because I continued on playing with the Lucario through the rest of the series. So yeah, I'm choosing to invalidate the series, call it a loss there. I will say, for those of you who did watch, if you haven't been watching the Discord, actually I don't even know if I've talked about it in Discord yet, that run with the 3 Pokemon we had left made it to the Elite Four, and then died. So yeah, we got the very first E4 member and then lost. So yeah, thank you to those who watched it. Let's get on to a new one. Here we go. Pokemon White D&DLocke. We've done the D&DLocke before. I am going to go ahead and start going through the creation tree because we've got a lot of rules to go through. The basics, though, it's standard Nuzlocke rules. So only the first Pokemon you find on each route. You can only catch 1 Pokemon. I have to nickname everything I catch. If Pokemon faints, it's considered dead, although there is a little caveat to that one, which we'll get to in a second. When a Pokemon is caught, this is where the D&DLocke part comes in. When a Pokemon is caught, we must assign it a class, a D&D class. Only certain types can be the classes. Like, you have to. Also, this game is randomized. Also, there is a timestamp if you want to skip these. If you want to skip the rules. But yeah, I'm going to go over the rules now while we kind of go into the character creation, or just the intro, I guess. Let's get through our starters, though. Okay, every Pokemon will be assigned a class. It's like we've got Happiny, Weedle, Solosis. What does Solosis get? I'm going to look real quick to see if Solosis gets any good moves at level 1. I'll be right back. Okay, so it learns Psywave at level 1, which isn't great, but it will learn other stuff. I think I like it the best. We are going to go with Solosis. But yeah, we're going to go over the rules real quick. Also, Solosis is a pure Psychic type, I believe. Yeah, it's pure Psychic. Yeah, what class the Pokemon is determines what we're able to do with it. I'm going to go quickly over the classes. We won't assign a class till after this fight. Not that it matters much. But yeah, we've got the Fighter. Fighters are the only things that can use multiple held items. Like, in order for me to be able to use multiple held items, I have to have a Fighter. Otherwise, I'm only allowed 1 held item on the team at a time. If I have a Fighter, I can have as many held items as I want. Fighting, Steel, Rock, and Ground types are allowed to be fighters. Next, we've got Rogues. I am only allowed to switch in battle if I have a Rogue on the team. This is a very important one. Also, I just realized I made a mistake there. No, I didn't. Dark, Flying, Poison, and Electric types can become our Rogues. Then we have Clerics. I'm only allowed to heal in battle if I've got a Cleric on the team. Clerics are Water, Fairy, Ghost, or Poison types. Next, we move on to Wizards. I'm only allowed to use TMs if I have a Wizard. Fire, Psychic, Poison, and Dragon can be my Wizards. Next up is Druids. I'm only allowed to use Berries if I have a Druid on my team. Grass, Bug, Ground, and Fairy can be Druids. Next up, I messed my rules up. We have the Warlock. I'm only allowed to use special Pokeballs if I've got a Warlock. Which means if I don't have a Warlock on the team, I'm only allowed to use regular Pokeballs. No Great Balls, no Master Balls, no Ultra Balls, no Heal Balls, no Quick Balls, nothing. Only allowed to use regular Pokeballs if I don't have a Warlock. Dark, Fire, Fairy, and Ghost types can be Druids. Next up is the Bard. I'm only allowed to use the XP share if I've got a Bard. Anything can be a Bard. Also, I don't know exactly how the XP share works in Gen 8 or Gen 5. Gen 5 XP system. I'm pretty sure it's not, excuse me, a standard one. So yeah, I'm only allowed to use the XP share if I've got a Bard. Next up is Monks. I'm only allowed to use status moves. So, also we got Rollout. I'm only allowed to use like Poison. Now, moves that have extra effects don't count towards that. So like Poison Sting won't count, obviously. Color change. Alright. Yeah, we did randomize abilities. So, yeah, we're only allowed to use status moves, so things that cause paralysis, sleep, poison, if we've got a monk on the team. Fighting, electric, flying, and water can be my monks. Next up is barbarians. I'm only allowed to use stat boosting moves. So, like sword dance, bulk up, those things. I have to have a barbarian to use those. Ground, rock, ice, and bug can be barbarians. Next up is the Paladin. I can only use repels if I've got a Paladin. Steel, fighting, dragon, and electric can be my Paladin. Next up is Rogue. This will depend on what type it is. So grass, water, rock, and ice can be my Rangers. In that case, in the same order, it will go forest, coast, cave, or arctic, depending on the type. In those areas, I get a second encounter. So, if I have a grass type ranger, every forest encounter I get 2 of. If it's a water type, coast, which includes fishing or surf encounters, then I get 2. If it's a rock type, my cave encounters I get double. If it's an ice type, my arctic encounters are doubled, which is cool. That can be really useful early on. And finally, we have the sorcerers. I'm only allowed to use fly. That's more of a time saver. But I'm only allowed to use fly if I've got a sorcerer on the team. Real quick, we're going to go and check Solosis' ability. You got Reckless. Powers up moves that have recoil damage. That's not bad, I guess. Or a plus defense minus speed. I think that's how that works. No. Quick. Relax. Yeah, I think speed is lower. Special attack's really good from the get-go. We don't have an actual special damaging move other than Psywave. Yeah, those are the classes. So we've got to assign one to our Solosis, which we'll get to in a minute when we nickname it. Other rules: party members cannot be swapped out unless they die. So once I've got a full team of 6, if something's on the team and I catch something new Pokemon can't be added until something dies. We're going to go downstairs real quick, because I am talking a lot. Rule number 6, if a Pokemon faints, this is where the rules really differ from Nuzlocke's. Much like in D&D, if a Pokemon hits 0 hit points and faints, it is not dead. It gets to roll death saves. I roll a d20. I've got a ton of them right next to me. I will get to roll a d20. And yeah, you just roll death saves. If you don't know what those are, you roll a 20-sided die. A 10 or higher is considered a success. So 1 through 9 is a failure. No. 1 through 10 is a failure. Right? Yeah. 1 through 10 is a failure. 11 up is a success. If it gets 3 failures, it is considered dead. Or if it gets 3 successes, it saves and is able to continue going. A roll of 1 is a critical failure and they're automatically dead. And a roll of 20 is a critical success, they're automatically up. Final rule: if a Pokemon grows by 20 levels, this is where I messed up the last time I did this. If it grows by 20 levels, it can multi-class and gain a secondary class. The way I took that to mean the last time I did one of these was if it hits level 20. No. if it gains 20 levels after you called it. So we got our Solosis at level 5. Once it hits level 25, it can pick up a secondary class. We didn't get asked to nickname this, did we? Hello, Swoobat. We got to go get Bianca. So yeah, there was a timestamp if you didn't want to see if you didn't want to hear the rules. Welcome back to the after exposition thing. We're going to hit a point where we're going to have to, we should get an option to nickname our Solosis, and that's when we'll go ahead and assign it its class. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It's a pure psychic, so I've got to figure out what I want it to be. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be a cleric or a rogue. All right, what do we name you? It's squishy. I'm going to name it Star, after one of the players in my D&D game that I run. Because Solosis is squishy, and she likes to play squishy characters. So we're going to name it Star. And it's a psychic type, so this is where I've got my Nuzlocke tracker. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. Solosis. I'm going to put, just because it matters, caught at level 5. That way, that is important. Yeah. What do we nickname you? You are a psychic type, so you're allowed to be a sorcerer. Can't be a fighter. Can't be a cleric. Can't be a rogue. You could be a wizard. You can't be a druid. Can't be a warlock. You could be a bard. I think we're going to make it, and this goes even more in with the fact that it's named after Star, because Star likes to play squishy wizards. We are going to make Star the Solosis a wizard. Just going to note that as well, if you're paying attention. You're a wizard. You're a wizard, Star. So yeah, we got a wizard. We're allowed to use TMs. No matter, because they're going to be random. We're going to randomly pick up stuff. We may get some good encounters, or some really good options as a result of that. So yeah, as of right now, anything we catch is allowed access to TMs. You should see a little picture should pop up down below with our team. I'm not using Pokéhex this time, I don't think. I think I'm going to just put stuff up there in editing. If y'all would rather me use Pokéhex, let me know and I'll have something set up. But I'll also have like what they are under it. I also didn't put any squares. I may try to fix that for episode 2. Alright, and now we get to go on our adventure. We are 13 minutes into the episode. Because yeah, you have to get through the initial startup slow crap. We are playing with speed up, but it can only save you so much. What I'm probably going to do is a cut here to our first encounter. The first episode will be a bit shorter. But we got our starter, and what I'm going to do is do a cut to our first encounter, and that's where we're going to call it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I missed something. I missed because I was talking about the rules. I missed the fact that we had Pokeballs. We did encounter a Blissey while we were going through. I am not going to count it. I am going to re-encounter now that we're on camera. We got a Ninetales. Again, my apologies. I wasn't trying to fudge it. I legitimately didn't realize we had Pokeballs. You're only level 2. Please stay in the Pokeball. Hey! We caught Ninetales at level 2. Alright, and you are going to be, you're a fire type. Which means, also, what do we name you? What's I'm trying to use D&D names from like characters that I've played with or that I've used. You know what? The very first character I played in a long-term campaign, he was a fire Ganassi. His name was Toast. So we are going to nickname you Toast. If you've ever played D&D and you've got like an NPC or a favorite character you've played or something, and you want me to name something after it, let me know in the comments. I'm more than willing to do that. So you're a fire type. What are you allowed to be? Can't be fighter. Can't be cleric. Can't be rogue. Could be wizard. We already have one of those. Can't be druid. Could be a warlock. You could be a bard. Couldn't be a monk. Can't be a barbarian. Can't be a pally. Can't be a ranger. Can be a sorcerer. We are going to go with warlock because I want access to special Pokeballs. I'm just putting in my notes real quick what each one is. Or what each note is. So we have TMs and access to special Pokeballs. That's not bad, I guess. It's not what I wanted. But yeah, that puts us at about the 14-15 minute. I'm tempted to just go ahead and fight Chirin now. But I've lost multiple runs to him before because my Pokemon weren't grounded. Because at this point, if you're doing a Nuzlocke, you've only got 2 Pokemon. Like, you can't progress. I didn't realize what I was supposed to be doing. So, like, unless he's got a bunch of flying types that my Solosis can roll out to death, we're not winning with that. So I'll probably do some off-screen grinding. Maybe do a grinding montage just to get everybody up to par, and then go fight Chirin. Because yeah, I've lost multiple runs there. I'm not trying to lose this one. Oh, the shop should be randomized. The specialty shop anyway. We are gonna buy a couple more Pokeballs. This is not a hardcore Nuzlocke. We will be allowed to heal in battle. We will be abiding by a level cap, but a soft level cap. So like the first gym, the Ace is 14. I'll allow myself to go into the gym at 14, and then if I level up inside the gym, I'm allowed to use whatever I find. Or whatever I have. Muscle Band, Dome Fossil. That right there is an extra encounter that we're allowed to just buy. I will allow those. A Metronome, okay. Such attack lands. The attacker also takes... Ball Mushroom. That's cheap. I'm allowed to buy them for free and then sell them. I don't think it's fair. Hello, Life Orb, my old friend. I've come to purchase you again. I am going to buy it. I don't know how to say no to those. I lost my last run because of a Life Orb. And we're going to end our first episode of our new series buying a Life Orb. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you're looking forward to the series. And I'll do a D&D question every episode. What's your favorite class in D&D? And why? See y'all next time. Captain out.